Good afternoon. We are now here at the BK18 conference press con with Dr. Graham Smith and Mr. Paul Chin, CEO of Global Treasures Philippines. Dr. Grant, there's a question from one of our downline that is BK18 good for pregnant women?
Actually, BK18 is excellent for pregnant women because it contains just the right amount of key vitamins, especially during the early stages of pregnancy or even if you're intending to get pregnant in the future. Folic acid plays a very good role in ensuring good neuronal development and the prevention of certain diseases like neural tube disease, for example. But more importantly, a lot of research has gone into trying to get the probiotic that's in BK18 into the mouths and the throats of newborn children. A lot of research has happened in maternity units in New Zealand and hospitals, looking at trying to get some degree of early colonization of that particular probiotic to ensure that the child is protected through the rest of their lives with having this particular probiotic working.
So that means you have to take the BK18 orally?
Correct. The whole point of this this probiotic is indeed to work inside the mouth and the throat, and so when you consume a sachet of BK18, that probiotic just works around the mouth and the throat area. It doesn't go anywhere else. Its whole focus is to protect the airways, the ears, the nose, and the throat from infection, and in doing so, especially into a young child, it helps them from a lot of the sort of illnesses that young children get, bacterial infection of the throat and coughs and colds.
So how about if the BK18 is ingested through a feeding tube, because he cannot chew the food, so it has to be fed to the stomach by tube. Will that work?
Well, BK18 is useful in that environment because BK18 is more than just simply the probiotic. It's also those key vitamins I was talking about as well. And they will play an important role in ensuring someone gets back to health faster. The vitamin D, the vitamin K, the B12, and the folic acid all play a role, especially when someone is recovering from illness. And the other thing is the BK18, even though it's going to be in the stomach, it will also, we've seen evidence, especially with feeding tubes, helping to prevent bacterial contamination climbing back through feeding tubes that can potentially infect the airways and cause pneumonia effects. A lot of studies have been done on the problems, especially when patients are having feeding tubes, of bacteria climbing back through the feeding tube. And this particular probiotic's been used in that application to help prevent that from occurring.
That's good to know. And Mr. Chin, how are you today?
I'm well, good and well.
I heard you went from Iloilo.
Yes, we were down in Taiwan, and from Taiwan we flew into Iloilo, and from Iloilo we are here in Cebu today.
Okay, so any message for our Cebu who is going to experience BK18 product launching today?
Yeah, as far as I would like to say is, I'm actually very excited about launching this product in Cebu because BK18, I would like to put it like it is one of the only kind of product which we are going to introduce into the world in Philippines, and Cebu has been chosen as one of the city that we are going to launch the product.
Cebu people are looking forward, Mr. Chin, for that product. Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Prescribe prednisone and methotrexate. It's only lately that I learned that prednisone from a dermatologist. A dermatologist told me that prednisone is a killer and methotrexate is a killer, and my flesh is slowly melting away. So I suspect that prednisone, which is actually a steroid, is destroying my body. I have taken so many nutritionals. I've wasted lots of money on these nutritionals. And what is important to me is not my heart problem or my other illnesses, but my arthritis. Because it's the arthritis that is causing me pain every minute of the day. For 5 years, I've been suffering from it. My arthritis in the knees, in my wrist, in my feet. And so, all I wish is that I would get well from this illness, never mind the others. In fact, when I started taking nutritionals, I stopped taking these drugstore medicines. I stopped taking my medicine for my high blood, which is metoprolol and losartan sarnat. I stopped taking Calvit C. I stopped taking, and also my blood is malapot, so I have to take blood thinner. And also, I have some minor attacks in my brain. So I have to take brain enhancer. I don't know. I stopped taking all this because I don't have the money anymore to spend for all this. It's so expensive. The blood thinner is 70 pesos twice a day. And my brain enhancer is 130 twice a day. For my osteoporosis, I have to take Bon Viva, which is 1,000, more than 1,000 a month. So I stopped taking all this. I did not tell my rheumatologist that I stopped taking steroid and methotrexate. I did not tell my cardiologist I stopped taking my medicines for my heart. Until one day, because when I stopped taking all these medicines and steroid, I have pain every day from rising in the morning and going to bed at night. And even while I'm sleeping, I go to sleep, I cannot sleep because of the pain that I feel in my wrist, in my knees, my feet. I roll in my bed. I groan, I moan. And nobody knew, not even my children, how I feel, the pain that I feel every minute of the day. And then I said, I don't care about all these illnesses if only my arthritis will get well. Because it is, when I go up the jeepney, it's a hard, tedious climb up the jeepney. And one day I even asked a passenger, please pull me up because I can't anymore pull myself up. And then when I go down, I have to go down like this. Okay? When I go up down the stairs of Robinson, I have to do this, slowly. And then when I go up, I have to use my arms to prop me up because my wrist cannot help me. It's my arms are the ones that are supporting me. Even when I get up in the morning, I have to use my arms, not my hands, because it's inflamed. And people living around Guadalupe, I told my son, before taking BK18, please take a video of me so that I can show myself before and after. But then my son said, are you sure that they're going to believe you with this? And they might think you are just acting or what. And we burst into laughter. I said, you're right, because others do this. They show a video of themselves having difficulty with their illness. And so I said, okay, it's all right, never mind if we have no video. But people around Guadalupe and Calunasan, I have a hard time climbing up the habal-habal and going down, especially when the back seat is too high. It's strenuous for me. Until one day, my son was invited to a presentation of BK18 at McDonald's. That was 3 weeks ago. Instead of bringing him to another nutritional, the guy said, "Come with me first. I'll bring you somewhere." And so my son went. After hearing about BK18, he told me, he was the one who was always giving, "Oh, you take this one, you take this one, you take this nutritional. This will be good for you." This is the 4th nutritional that I'm taking. I've wasted lots of money already. And then we made an appointment. My son made an appointment with Mr. Pong. We went to Dong Juan, and Mr. Pong showed me a presentation. And then I didn't care about the business plan. I was interested in the nutritional itself. And so, just trying again, because I'm suffering every minute with, at every twist and turn. My fingers, see, my wrists are inflamed. At every twist and turn, and my feet, I have to adjust. When I go down, I have to adjust where there is no pain. If I could take the first step, change my weight to the other, to my right foot, and then change my weight to the left foot, it's painful. Nobody knows how I suffered. I'm suffering from this illness. Only God knows. Because I don't complain. I don't tell people, it's so painful. But they see me cringing in pain when I go up the jeepney and go down. I may look funny. You may find me funny, or you may pity me. I don't care, but sometimes people laugh, or people maybe pity me, and some help me walk around. "Oh, you need help? It's okay." I don't need to be pushed because it is at my own pace. I'm really in pain. And then, after I took BK18 for about 2 weeks, or immediately, maybe 3 days after, I told my son, "Good news, my son. I can stand up," because when I get up, it takes 1 or 2 minutes before I can straighten up. And before I can step with my right foot, it takes another minute or 2. And our bathroom is only 3 meters away from my room, but it takes about 3 to 4 minutes before I could reach the bathroom to clean myself. And so, but now I told my son, after 3 days or 1 week of taking the BK18, it's good news. I can stand with lesser pain and quicker, and I can walk a little faster. And yes, and so my son is happy, and I hope I'm not really fully recovered. There's still pain, but it's getting lesser and lesser, and I just hope that I'll get better and better and better with BK18. Thank you.